everyone. Greetings to you all out there. We welcome you to Adumokomo Talk Show. Today is Father's Day. We are here to talk about our fathers, to honor them, and to discuss about fatherhood. Our fathers, whether we like it or not, they are the pathway through which God brought us into this world. So that is why we are here to talk and discuss about fatherhood. We have some wonderful guests here with us that my co-host will introduce them to you in due time. But for now, I want to encourage you to continue watching us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels, Unbreakable Ladies channel and Reinforcing TV. My name is Mami Bukia.
For Yami and Shao said, and also I also ATA and Pioneer Father's Day, any more better to come on. You are a papa of the the person I introduced one was a bear, Ubu, any idea. Me told me inside the farm. Your papa, Dr. Bismarck, Bedu, Daniel Teria, and I see our yes sister, your mom, yes sister back, Miss Grace Jai, and then we have father here, Dr. David Dampa.
Once again to Adumokomo Talk Show. So, as we all know, our topic for discussion today is fatherhood. And somebody will ask, what makes somebody a father?
Thank you very much. I think that's who is a father is very broad to me because when you look at the creation of this world, God is the father. And when you come into human physical beings, we have fathers in human forms, and then we have fathers God in spiritual forms. So a father, I would say, is the leader. You don't have to be necessarily biological father, but if you have a group and you are the leader, you are a father. You are fathering the group. You are leading them somewhere. So that is what I would say in my definition for father is.
And just say a father is supposed to be the head of the group that he talked about. You're also supposed to be the priest, because like he said, when God created man and woman, he made man the head or the father of that institution.
The fatherhood that we are talking about today, the center of our discussion is about fathers giving birth to somebody. We know in the Roman Catholic Church they have the fathers, woman fathers and all that. But today we are celebrating Father's Day. Yeah. So our birth fathers. What makes somebody, it doesn't take someone to give birth to somebody for us to call that person a father. So what are some of the qualities? What makes we call somebody a father?
Thank you very much. It's a very broad question, and I'm going to piggyback from what my brothers have already said. Being a father, you are a leader and you are tasked for basically three things. You are tasked to provide for your family. You are tasked to, in provision, is three parts: shelter, food, and clothing. You have to lead in that way. If God give you opportunity and give you a child, you are responsible making sure these three basic tenets are taken care of. Your child shouldn't worry about where he's going to sleep. Your child shouldn't worry about what he's going to eat. And your child shouldn't worry about what he's going to wear. Those are the three basic things. And if you are leading in that aspect, you create that atmosphere in the house. Our children, they are watching. They pick up what we are doing, and they're going to continue with that generation. Just bringing somebody to this world doesn't qualify you to be a father unless you provide these basic necessities, and that will make you a father. And within it, it's deeper. But on the surface, that's when you filter it down. These three things need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So that can say it's a difference between father and a dad.
Yes.
So understand your way maybe and it's a difference between
Yes.
a dad and a father. So what's the difference?
I would say a father is deeper than just a dad. I wouldn't even say just a dad, than a dad. Because a father, you can become, you can be the biological father or producer of a baby. You are the father. And then, like Dickens said, you have to also, it does not end there, you have to also provide. That's when you become a father and a dad at the same time, my understanding. You give birth, you are a father, then you continue to provide. Sometimes you not just provide, you have to emulate some characters. The kids are going to learn certain things from you. So all those things make you the father. If you don't teach your kids anything, you provide for them, and you give birth to them, you provide for them, and there's nothing, they're learning some bad attitude and bad behavior from somewhere else or from somebody else, whoever they're living with. That impartation of your fatherhood, something is missing. Yeah. Right. So yeah. So that's what I think. At that point, they're gonna call whoever they live with. They're gonna call them either uncle or daddy, but in actual sense, they're not. Yeah. That's my belief. That's what I think is the difference between father and dad.
I think one of the things too is being a father, you have to refocus. If your wife takes a seat, you, the man, has also taken a seat mentally. You are pregnant in your head. The pregnancy is in your head.
Oh.
So you need to refocus. You need to prune some of the things that you used to do, but you should know that this kid that is coming, like our brother said, there are 3 basic things that you need to provide for that kid. So you need to refocus and begin to think about those things. If there are certain things that you do around, you should be thinking that, hey, I'm going to be having a baby. I shouldn't be doing it around that baby. So refocusing is also very important in our fatherhood.
Trying to classify those two. You can be a very good provider of food, clothing, and shelter. But if your presence is not there, if they cannot see a role model, if they cannot relate to you in some way, or you cannot impact what God has given to you or your life experiences in them, there's a gap. Let me tell you a story about my life. Like when I was in school, Gloria is in school, my wife was in school, and taking care of the kids was a problem. So we have to take them to Ghana. And my son was like 10 months when he started walking. And then we took him to Ghana. He stayed there for almost 5 years. And out of the 5 years, I took him to Ghana. And when I came back, I never had a chance to go there again. But Gloria was able to go there between that time. And so my son was able to relate to the mom and all that, but he didn't know me. He hasn't seen me from 10 months ago. So when they came, and I went and picked them up from a friend's house, and Bridget was older. Bridget was about 4 years when he went to Ghana. So he was able to see. As soon as he saw me, he said, "That's my dad, that's my dad." But my son didn't know me. Like, is that my uncle? Or, so even though I was doing my best in providing and doing all the things that a father has to do or a dad is doing, but my presence wasn't there. So he couldn't relate to it until he came in, and that was a serious meeting between him and I said, "Son, I am not your uncle. I am your dad. Something happened, you're going to figure it out, and you have to go and stay in Ghana." So yes, you're not only doing that. If you do that and your presence is not there, you cannot impact your experience. You cannot give what God has deposited in you, the good part in it, to them. You just exist. They know there's somebody out there, but they cannot relate. Right. And also refocusing. There are certain things when you are by yourself. When I was by myself, I used to drink a lot. I don't have any child. I'm a young guy, I can have fun. But as soon as I got married and then I would start thinking about kids, I told my wife, like I cannot drink again. Not because I don't want to drink, but I don't want to drink in front of them. Because drinking in front of them, they can pick that habit and run with it. But if they never see me drinking, if they never see me smoking cigarette, if they never see me hitting my wife or doing any abusive thing, they pick on those cues, and it helps. So once you become a father, it's bigger than yourself. Now it becomes us, not me. And the us, you are the leader, like my brothers would say, you are the leader. And so if you are leading, there are certain things that you have to take yourself and out because of the people that you are leading, so that their priorities become more important than you. I'm not saying go shoot yourself, but I'm saying if you take yourself and out and see them, you create an atmosphere where before you realize they're also taking your back, and then together you become a very successful group.
I mean, my BC, no macan on BC, for him now. I am a pedamacan there. Fathers, my mama, when you're on Adrian, they be where your father for just the kids. I am here, you're no one so now, and I said, well, we fear on a present, you feel as fathers because my yenya damn children. Sometimes a papa any fear and a fear I you so after baby, I do say, oh, papa, my catcher, don't so go to my cassache. Yeah, but their father, no, or you're powerful now, or your head, and I didn't know. Okay, there, oh, papa, my catcher, say, fathers, they were very important in the family, and honestly, so.
I will papa, my catcher. I think sir, I want to very, very, it helps, but it's at the same time, my as fathers, we look bad to the kids because make us all boy, the okay in come on, but the other side, and say the child is growing. So on one view, he doesn't or she doesn't even know how or by we as a crowd. On one the answer existing, and I would say, mommy, point. And he said, Papa, our catcher, and who is that man that I'm going to be reported to? Then said, Papa is the monster. Papa is the man that's going to take all the action. Papa, one of them, it is a mostly because of our Papa catcher. So, and yes, so we want to be friends with our kids. We want the King David in the manual. Especially the Obano. Isn't Papa it's in the bad trees or I say, Asapa, okay. Oh, I'm on Sakama. Nanti, Ufi said, Bridget Ward, the impression said, Papa, my catch, Papa, I didn't know maybe I will catch him into whom I am machine.
I think there should be a limit in your canon, and you are the head. You need to exhibit some kind of characteristics that when the kid say, oh, that's my dad. And then when it comes to, like you're saying, Papa, my catcher, we should not see it as we are monsters. But when you come, when they tell you, oh, Papa, my catcher, and then you come, they tell you what it is, you should approach the situation with
the way you approach it.
Yes. Yeah. When you do that, the kids will give you that respect. The kids will see that, oh, that's my dad. My dad knows better. And then whatever he says, I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, to us, your mom who said, we feel proud saying that even though it's me actually not I'm an idea was we still want you guys, our husbands, our fathers, to do their own parts. But that's what I say. I everything here, I say, oh, Papa, make catch you. Sometimes because I'm going to call your dad right now. Oh, mommy, I'm not going to do it. It's okay. Oh, the return. Meaning, we say, the car, but I want to bring him in.
Yeah.
Oh, the return. That is the
I know that you have a conversation with her, but why say, I call an idea. I wouldn't say, wow, it's an obey. I didn't see na woman in your impression said papa na I was over common guy. So I didn't know I was a
let's look at we are all people of faith. We fear God, right? We fear God. We are not terrified of God, but we fear God. There's an awe around God that we fear. The fear is kind of love in its way. It's how the countenance of the home is, how as a leader, how you set the home to be. That's how the children are going to pick it up. If you set the home to be a terrified person, and you are yelling all the time, and you are quarreling with the mom, and you are doing all those things, they're going to catch the father. Ooh, I don't want that. Or, like Brad Dan was saying, the way we do the things, we do it in love, but they know we are training them. Okay, so we fear God, but we are not terrified of God. I'm not taking this thing too much into Bible thing, but let me read something. I won't be saying. I will say, start a child off on the way they should go, and when they are old, they will not turn away from it. But some places they will say, train a child. And so, as a leader, at some point, God trained us. When we go off, He trained us. Sometimes He will push us or have something in our way, or minister, or have something in our way that is going to cause us to move into the direction that He wants us to move. The typical example is Jonah. He ran away. God caused him to be in the belly of a whale, not comfortable. He was being trained. He was being pruned to go to a place that they want him to be. So as a father, when these responsibilities, let's create an atmosphere or the countenance of the home, knowing even when my dad is yelling, he loves me. Even when my dad is beating me, he yells me. He loves me or her. No, doesn't hate me. My home, what we do is we talk about the issue. I don't think it's a perfect one, but I'm just saying it. Example, daughter did something that's not right. We call daughter, mom, son, we all sit down, and this is what you did. I mean, this calls for repercussion. I mean, every responsibility, everything that you do, there are consequences. You cannot live in the world and take anything for granted. And so, because you did that, this is the consequence. And then we ask you, is it fair? Yes, it's fair. Okay. Now somebody's in my home, don't have a phone overnight. The phone is locked up at 9 o'clock and it's being picked up at 6 in the morning. Why? Because I travel, I came in around 4 a.m. When that person is, so I didn't mention anybody's name for privacy, HIPAA. And I came in, that person is holding the phone at 4 a.m. and talking on the phone with their friends. And I was like, that's not right. You have to sleep. You have to get these things to your body to rest. And because of that, you cross the line. And so now we see that you cannot hold phone and sleep at the same time. We're going to help you by taking the phone away so you can sleep. It's fair. I mean, it's not comfortable for her or him, but it's fair. That's the atmosphere we have to set at the home. So you say, but dad, when your dad comes, I'm going to tell your dad. They know that, well, we're going to sit down and talk about it. And when dad is wrong, dad is going to realize it's wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm going to take responsibilities. Okay. So it's not bad. It has its bad and the good part. Let's focus on the good aspects of it.
Sometimes when we don't say, "Oh, Papa, make a change," they say, "Oh, Papa, Papa, to."
Yes.
The way you handle it, and never mind. Okay.
I mean, they make Papa on board that. It's a strong Papa, and I love him because on board, and then you are not the show. Never there you. Over show them. I ever queen and all the show. A bit impedable who do the show cry. Say, it's the way I feel or say.
The second question that we want to ask is, what are some of the challenges? Because we know that naturally women, they take care of the kids. And to be raising up kids, no challenges be brave on. But as fathers, you guys are there to provide, to do this, to command and do that. Do you guys have some challenges when it comes to your children or the family as a whole?
Absolutely, yes. We do. And there's a lot. When you are going to provide, sometimes, let's say you lost your job, the kids have to get their food. They don't, you can't come and tell them, because I lost my job this year, you're not going to get Christmas thing, you're not going to get this, or you're not going to get food. No, you have to go and provide and be a dad. Whatever it takes, you have to. And so those challenges come. And then another way is when you want your child to grow a certain way and you see him or her derailing or going off the course that you want them to be, that's a lot of challenges. And it's to me it's the area that I struggle a lot, because you can't predict future. You want your child to play soccer, and here is the guy who's always sitting behind computer playing computer games. You don't know, maybe that is his passion or her passion, and he can grow up to be the next Bill Gates. We don't know. And maybe you also think soccer, man, you go and sign one contract and the whole problem are gone. So you are here trying to figure out an unknown and trying to impart what you want your child to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just very complex place to be. But it all depends on how you set the home to be. It all boils down to the basic questions that we discussed earlier on. So we have that challenge. And then when your child do something vividly is bad, maybe you are there, they call you and say your child is in prison or something. That's a big challenge. Maybe you have never ventured to that place before. You never envisioned that your child is going to be in prison. And now, like Brother Dan said, mentally you are also in prison. Mentally you are also struggling, trying to figure out all these things. And before I'm say count account. Now when your child do that, they're not going to call your child. They're going to say, Papa, we ban now. Why you say they use you as an adjective to show what your son or your daughter has done. So it's a lot of challenges that we go through, but sometimes I think most dads don't talk. We keep quiet. We keep it on the inside until it begins to build up too much before we start sharing. And I hope we can change, but I think that's most of us, that's who we are. So we have a lot of challenge. These are just a few, and I think my brothers are going to add more to it.
I think one of the challenges that we face today is technology. Social media, it's being in father's way. Fathers, like our brother said, we're trying to get our kids in a certain way, and social media is moving them away. So always have to be on guard as a father, making sure that they don't do, like he said, his kids, 9 o'clock, your phones are locked. When they go to sleep, you put the phones on, they might sneak and go get it. These are the things that they are challenging to fathers. I always say, I want my kids to be better than me, or where I am in life now. I want them to go higher. So I'm always on them, trying to shape their life. And technology is also shaping them. So it becomes this conflict. Go down there.
Yeah. Yeah. So another challenge, since I know why war our country and sometimes, not most of the time, we don't have that problem. But we come back home to Africa, especially Ghana, that I know. We person they will ban money to TV. None of my money to TV for. Me were friend who are on it, Irawari, or another state. Then the year one. Yes. Abandon God. Berman, if you own any Patana, the Unyapa and Bana open Akasabu. And the woman, can say the wife and her mother are training the child the way they want. So, I know, yeah, but then I'm got a hand cry and shut down also. And the American said, back home, no, you let it power, who's more, but who can we know by no country? If I don't see a challenge. And the first one, if you don't have a job and that's you lose your job, it becomes really, really tough. You can't even tell your kids that you lose your job. They don't even understand. What I say, who are say now what to tell, and that is the time when I will be also to more, we know doing things rather than that. I airport one, I dry port, and I'm going. Who here begin? And at that point, I will buy you to. Does she know what you mean by loss of job? When you, by the time we cry now on tears, so what I said, that is the baby will be an eye. I mean, raising a child, if you say, David in there, brother, you more to say, oh, man, no one change, no man going if it's your experience, I different from me, but I still see, sir, because me, I was a problem for my parents. A little bit. See, say yes, there are some challenges. No, I'm making some concept. I'm actually doing back. I'm matching my see how just like you said. So yeah.
I think God is so good in so many ways and forms, and we let's not forget, like we've been kids before. Like my brother is saying, I'm actually didn't. All these things start playing out. Your kids do the same thing to remind, either is conscious or unconscious, to remind you. And as a dad, when we see those things, let's also relive our child days and realize that we've done this before, and God have mercy on us. So let us also have mercy on our kids and learn with them and train them. Those experiences, those experiences, even though it was bad then, now it's a wealth of experience. You can stand and say, I did this, it didn't help me, so I will not let you do that. These are the wounds, or these are the marks to show that those things doesn't fly, it doesn't help you in any way. Okay, one of my kids want to play, he said he want to be NBA guy. He said, dude, you are short. You know what I mean? I know you can do everything, but your height, it's not. It's a challenging. But I'm not going to carry you off. But the thing is, let's figure out something else. I won't cut that thing off, but have open-minded, and so you can get other options.
It's so the way of their thinking. My son is an A student, and once in a while he gets B. I'm like, I want him to be A all out, but the way he thinks, getting one B is not a big deal, But this is also a challenge.
Yeah.
Their way of thinking is also a challenge to you as a father. So you need to look at that also.
Our fathers have to put food and everything on the table. Because of sanity, yes. Say you sit table, so like the when you provide it to your bills, games or everything you winning, or say or banning. You could see my own trinity. Also, me call me, say that kind of place. Subano, a war, young Africans, but trying to battle, I say, and no say, no, be all experience sad near money below, sad experience, maybe will be fear, no such challenges, and then foot on whatever or more. That's a
good point. I feel say one of the things that we have to look at is being a father. You need to be a role model. You need to be a mentor. So work. If you become workaholics and you are not there, you cannot play that role as a father. You cannot be the role model that you want the kids to emulate. So it should not be just work. It should not be just wife, take the kids to this way, I'm going to work. You have to, because you have a role as a role model, as a mentor. You need to play with the kids. You need to exhibit those things. Then when you do that, the kids will have confidence in you. But if it becomes work, you will not be there. And then in the end, it becomes a problem. Big problem.
I think Brother Dan has said it all. But you have to know, say, your responsibility as a father doesn't end by just providing. Providing food, providing shelter, providing this thing. Like I said, your experiences in life, whether good or bad, count. If you can deposit the good ones in your kid, you go a long way of helping them and building up another generation of your kind in this world. And so, I think one time especially my son is very, very happy. Say they are old school now, and then we are both have opportunity to go there. No more be a spelling bee or more graduation or something. We are there. The guy is different. And so we started talking, making sure that we incorporate those things in our life. And yet, Rory and Kwan, the Baba Kusin Kolano, and Opa, Dame, or Missumava Kusi or more, and now Baba Kusi or more, and Opa, and Macroform, where we are just making sure that they see us in their daily life. One thing have to be said though. My son just joined a basketball team this year. I wasn't able to go to one game at all, but he understand that it wasn't our fault. My wife wasn't able to go to, but we had somebody in place who was able to go and do those things for us. We have to change it this season.
A lot of challenges that fathers go through from study in Nayake. And the next question, I think, share challenges. If you mention your next question, and fathers go through this, fathers go through that. But when it comes to the role of a father in the family, am I confused, Kapra? Remember, what is your role? Because I know, it's not only be like putting the food on the table. Because I know that I remember being no more to say they're not Reverend Mexican. Oh, I'm going to work because I have to put the food on the table for my kids or for the family. Apart from that, role baby and remember play, fathers play when it comes to the family. Auntie Grace.
Oh, okay.
But you have a question here.
Yeah.
I mean, since I'm a Cassabe, I am a Messiah more, but massive, I won't French. Yeah, I think the father will fear over there. Emma, I mean, a boy fear kakra. Emma, a boy fear kakra. Emma, more from an away relax, one day, Papa, or I did be crying so near my me or but very more comfortable there. About catcher daddy there, daddy me pie ice cream and other daddy me pay there. Yako store, Yako Tadi. So father will fear them. I can over there, a trim from an about 1 channel more. Then my day need our time and pay Jumano. Half time, I spend the time on my family, or them obey my family be feel at home. Father is over there, yeah, lovely more, what your number on family being, you know. Yeah.
That note, we are going for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, how you doing? Charlie, if you go to YouTube, check out Rockforcing.
Yo guys, hey, how are you doing? This is Bismarck. I encourage you to watch Adum Komo on Unbreakable channel.
Rockforcing TV, about Unbreakable ladies. I want to yakan sama ojoje akoma okan busuabom na oma afutu na nyamisro.
Subscribe, enjoy. These things will grow you up, Instead of listening to all those things out there, just take this thing in. It's going to help you, yourself, your kids, and your marriage. Subscribe. I'm watching you.